In this presentation, we will see how to use open automation software to connect to a Siemens S7 controller. We'll follow along with the Knowledge Base guide under Support Knowledge Base. If you scroll down under the Connector section, you will see the Siemens connector under Device Connectors. You will find the Getting Started guide in this area of the Knowledge Base. To demonstrate this functionality, we are going to connect to a Siemens S7 to 1200 series controller. In the Configure OAS application, open the Configure menu and select Drivers. Give the driver interface a unique name. Set the driver type to Siemens. Enter the Siemens controller IP address. Set the processor type. There are several other properties that you can adjust to maintain the connection to the Siemens controller, including a failover to a secondary Siemens controller if the connection to the original controller is lost. Select Add Driver. Now we're ready to configure tags to connect to the Siemens controller. Open the Configure Tag screen. Here we can add a group to organize our tags. We'll give it a unique name. Within the group, we can now add a tag. Let's call this Analog Input. Then set the data source to Siemens and select the driver interface name you configured earlier. If you have multiple Siemens driver interfaces defined, select the one you want to use. We are going to read the analog input value from the Siemens controller. You will need the address and data type of the data block that you are trying to read. You can find out more about Siemens address syntax in the knowledge base. Set the address and data type accordingly. Click on Apply Changes. We'll see the data quality say Good Value, and there we see the current value coming from the Siemens controller. If you want to change the polling interval, you can adjust the polling rate. If your controller outputs a raw analog value, you can also use the gain and offset feature to scale your value from a raw value to a scaled value. Once you are ready to save your configuration, click on Save and enter a new name. If this is the first time you've saved a configuration, you'll be prompted to make this the default tag configuration file to be loaded when the system restarts. Note that the driver configuration and tag configuration are saved in the same file. Everything that you can do in the configuration application can also be done programmatically using our free .NET assemblies or the REST API. You can find more information about those in our knowledge base under the Programmatic Interfaces section. There you will find details on the OAS configuration where you can set and get tag properties as well as manage driver interfaces. Under the REST API section, you'll find complete documentation that you can prototype with Postman. There are also some nice troubleshooting features built into the OAS engine. If we go to the Configure Options screen and look under System Logging, we can enable transaction logging for Allen Bradley and Siemens Communications. The property is called Log AB and Siemens Communications. Further down, you can specify where to save those transaction log files by editing the transaction log path. Finally, click on Apply Changes. If you would like to try open automation software for 30 days, you can click the download link on our website.